Mercy for none, when revenge leaves no one standing. If you crave brutal crime dramas where lines blur and even heroes bleed, then Netflix's Mercy for None likely consumed your nights. This 7-episode Korean action thriller is a relentless descent into betrayal, tangled family secrets, brutal gang wars, and the most unforgiving spirals of revenge we've witnessed in years. But if you found yourself lost in the labyrinth of names, faces, shifting loyalties, and escalating bloodshed, you're not alone. Welcome back to Jahaheb. In this deep dive, we're unraveling every dark thread of Mercy for None, from the shocking lie that ignited it all to the harrowing ending that leaves no victor. Prepare to uncover the truth. So, who truly killed Giseok? Who was the phantom puppeteer pulling every string? And what's the ultimate cost of vengeance when the final bullet is fired? Let's plunge into the full recap. The series opens with the heartbreaking catalyst, the driving force behind our protagonist, Gi-jun, a feared enforcer who vanished from the criminal underworld over a decade ago. In 2010, Gi-jun forged a desperate pact with gang leaders Juwoon and Bong-san. He would disappear, living like a ghost, but only if they swore to protect his younger brother, Giseok. That was his sole condition. Fast forward to the present, and Giseok is thriving, groomed by Juwoon to inherit his empire. The catch? Juwoon has a son, Geum-son, who believes this kingdom is his by birthright. This volatile dynamic is the spark that sets everything ablaze. The slap that ignited a bloodbath. The first domino falls when Juwoon dispatches Giseok to meet with Junmo, the arrogant son of Bong-san. Though their gang split years ago, a fragile truce remains. In a fatal power play, Giseok humiliates Junmo, openly slapping him in front of his crew. Wounded pride ignites a deadly retaliation. Junmo contracts a hit through Seongwon, a shadowy figure running an underground network that turns desperate teenagers into disposable scapegoats for high-level crimes. But as Giseok is ambushed, a chilling twist emerges. The fatal blow isn't delivered by one of Seongwon's desperate kids. The hidden killer and the true mastermind, Giseok's actual killer, is Kanyama, an elusive international assassin already on Interpol's radar. This wasn't a random hit. Kanyama was specifically brought in by Geum-son, Juwoon's own son. Consumed by envy, Geum-son couldn't stand by as his father prepared to hand over their legacy to Giseok. Rather than confront his father, he chose a darker path, elimination. So, while Junmo's tantrum set the stage, it was Geum-son who orchestrated Giseok's demise. Yet, even Geum-son was a pawn in a far grander, more sinister game. Behind every move, pulling every string, is the series' most dangerous man, Cha Yong-do. Cha Yong-do, the architect of chaos. Yong-do enters the narrative late, but his arrival shatters everything. On paper, he's a police officer. In truth, he's been the silent architect of gangland manipulation for over a decade. When Gi-jun vanished years ago, Yong-do stepped in, becoming the invisible hand steering the city's criminal pulse. He began as a helpful informant, tipping off gangs about police raids. But it wasn't enough. He craved more power, more leverage, ultimate control. It was Yong-do who, 11 years prior, fed Giseok the false information that led him to kill their former boss's son. The very lie that triggered Gi-jun's cover-up, the gang split, and the eventual truce. Yong-do engineered it all. Now he's manipulating Geum-son to dismantle the very world he helped create, aiming to seize control of both gangs in the process. Gi-jun's return, a world ablaze. Devastated by his brother's death, Gi-jun emerges from the shadows, seeking answers. What he finds is a world far more corrupt and layered than the one he left behind. Bong-san discovers his son, Junmo, was only partially responsible for Giseok's death. But before he can reveal the full truth, Junmo is killed. Soon after, Gi-jun narrowly survives an assassination attempt, his car sent plummeting off a bridge. Chaos erupts. Gi-jun confronts Bong-san, who reveals the order to kill Giseok originated from within Juwoon's gang. Juwoon, in turn, confronts Geum-son, but Yong-do masterfully deflects suspicion back onto Bong-san. In a heartbreaking moment of warped loyalty, Juwoon kills Bong-san, sacrificing an old friendship to protect his son. It's a tragic, fatal choice. The the final power grab, and a bloody victory. In episode 6, Yong-do murders Juwoon. Predictably, he attempts to frame Gi-jun for the crime, but Geum-son, listening to secret recordings from his father's office, finally unearths the full, shocking extent of Yong-do's manipulation. Meanwhile, Gi-jun corners Kanyama, the assassin who took his brother's life. Their fight is brutal, but Gi-jun emerges victorious, killing him. It's his first true win, drenched in pain and blood. Geum-son, now the undisputed kingpin, assumes control of both gangs. He holds his father's funeral, merges the businesses, and finally achieves the power he craved. But his triumph is fleeting. The revenge that consumes all Gi-jun has one final devastating move. He gathers all of Yong-do's blackmail files and entrusts them to Hyung-beom, Gi-seok's loyal friend. Then, in a final poetic act, he leaks the information to the media, exposing Geum-son's deep involvement in multiple crimes. Geum-son's empire crashes overnight. All his scheming, all his manipulations vanish into thin air. He attempts to take his own life, but Gi-jun finds him first. In one last brutal act of justice, Gi-jun denies him the easy way out. He kills him. It's over. Everyone responsible for Gi-seok's death is dead. But at what unimaginable cost? A bleak, haunting epilogue. With the war concluded, Gi-jun stands utterly alone. Everyone he cared for is either dead or utterly destroyed. He has no home, no family, no purpose left. In the show's final, poignant moments, we witness him drift into a dreamlike state, imagining a past that never was. He converses with Gi-seok, begging him not to join Juwoon, imploring him to choose a different path, to stay out of that dark world. But it's too late. The irony is cruelly profound. Gi-jun's initial act of protection, that pact forged 11 years ago, was the very thing that sealed his brother's grim fate. Everything spiraled from that moment, and now Gi-jun, the man who lived in the shadows to protect his brother, is the last one left in the light, broken, limping, and utterly lost. The unyielding message. There is no mercy. Mercy for none transcends mere gang warfare. It's a chilling exploration of the rot that festers from silence, the destruction unleashed by secrets, even those kept out of misguided love. Gi-jun's journey isn't one of redemption. It's a stark portrayal of unavoidable consequence. Every kill, every cover-up, every surge of rage, it all led here. In the end, there's no triumph for Gi-jun, only profound regret. Because in a war fueled by vengeance, there is no winning. There is no mercy for anyone. Not for the killers, not for the victims, and certainly not for the one who tried to stop it all before it began. So, that's the full grim breakdown of Mercy for None, from Gi-seok's murder to Gi-jun's devastating revenge spiral. What are your thoughts? Do you believe Gi-jun had any other choice? Was Yong-do the true villain, or was it the corrupt system that bred him? If this breakdown left you reeling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into your favorite Netflix shows. Thanks for watching, and remember, in a world like this, vengeance truly comes for everyone. If you like this recap, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to J-Aheb for more. Until next time.
나 때문에 시작됐으니까.